everybody, we are back for the next set of games, as we promised, Phoenix versus Option 12. I'm currently sitting here with Jeff, and we are ready to talk about this set of games. So, we already have some guesses, some predictions. Option 12 seems to be the favorite, at least from their opponents, potential soon-to-be opponents. Do you think Option 12 is going to take this? Phoenix has been pretty surprising lately.
Yeah, honestly, I think it makes sense that people are leaning towards option 12. They've been at or near the top of the standings the entire split. They're a very strong all-around team. Phoenix is more of a wild card for me, where they can look incredible or they can look just okay, depending on game to game. So I'm excited for this series because to me it's basically, a feast or famine team against a team that's very steady.
Yeah, I mean I agree with you. Phoenix seems to have really come into their own the last couple of weeks. If we look at their previous games, they have a lot of 2-0s, as with many of the teams that have been doing well, but they have a lot of 1-1s also. They lost to Cowbell, they lost to White Wolf, they actually lost to Option 12 in Week 5. They went 1-1 there.
Yeah, they won one, which was a very exciting series,
It
actually.
was. Absolutely. It was also the week that we were trying to see who won the skin analysis until that converted to the winnings. Um, but along with that, it's, something, but Option 12, to be fair, has kind of, fallen from grace a little bit. Um, they had their first place taken away from them. They had, like, their second place taken away from them, I believe, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, they are the third seed now, I believe. Which is,
So,
yeah, as you said, they fall from grace because at least me. I joined up with the LCUS about halfway through this split, and when I joined up, everyone was talking about option 12 as absolutely the best team, as absolutely the front runner. And then I believe they won one Cowbell right after I got involved. And then I think that they stabilized for a little bit, but then 1-1 Phoenix, and then the 0-2 to take the Lantern, and all of a sudden they're down in the third seed. So for me, if I'm option 12, I'm using that as motivation, and I'm trying to prove, hey, I'm still the big dog.
mhm. Not to mention that Option 12 is the team, if you guys all look at our lovely banner here, that did win last split.
Hmm.
So, I mean, they are here to prove that they deserve to have their names on that wall. Um, and I mean, they're the closest ones to it, especially now that poor Northern Storm got knocked out. So the fact that we have this situation, um, where Option 12 is in a position to get back into the finals, have the dinosaur rematch, as as they so nicely said there with Gregosaurus in the chat. Um, and we will see what we can see from that. We are going to have a sub here, with Arcade Soda stepping up to fill in on option 12, I believe it is. So going to have some White Wolf gaming representation here in the finals. White Wolf finally, White Wolf getting into the finals after unfortunately missing, or not finals, I guess I should say. I'm saying things too soon.
Semifinals.
Semifinals, yes. After unfortunately missing out this past split, which, big shout out to White Wolf. Good, better luck next split. But we'll see how that impacts. I mean, Arcane Soda is a very good player.
Hmm.
He has works with a number of champions, number of roles. Um, and there isn't a penalty for that due to just some misscheduling issues there. So still equivalent on the picks bands, which of course is very important in these semifinal situations.
Absolutely.
Does anyone want to change their votes now that Arcane Soda ends up subbing in here? Ooh, he helpfully changed his clan tag to option 12. What a team player.
Well, for what it's worth, I actually dodged the question like a wuss the last time you asked me and didn't actually make a prediction. Um, but yeah, thinking about it now, just with the trajectory of option 12, with them struggling a little bit in recent weeks, it is very tempting to pick Phoenix. If it was a BO1, if it was just one game, I would take Phoenix, but I think in a best of three, I have faith in option 12's ability to be more steady, to be more consistent. So I'm gonna have to go with them. I think in a 2-1.
Ooh, we have a one person who likes Phoenix here. BDeeds18 says Phoenix if they get the cow as a support. I mean,
Well, I guess option 12 knows what to ban.
yeah. Alonzi has done some very good things as the cow. Uh, Definitely cannot count that out. We'll see what the bans do come down as. We'll be starting in about a minute here. Thank you all for your patience and insight. And joining us at the casters table now, we have Sig Tao Lord coming back. How you doing, Sig?
I am fantastic. So pumped to be back after a rough vocal week last week for me, folks.
Well, glad to see that you have recovered and your voice seems to be back in all its bluster.
Oh, yeah, I've got a good 3 hoop and hollers prepared for this wonderful set of games in the semifinals. Well, quarterfinals. I'm getting too ahead of myself.
Well, just playoffs. Um,
Yeah, well, it knows its name.
it does, yes. All right, so I've already interrogated Jeff on this, so I'm going to interrogate you. Who's winning this, and what's the score going to be?
Oh man, I tell you what, with some of the roster changes, we're looking at White Wolf Circa Split 1 versus Team Phoenix, and man, I've always been an advocate for some of the zany stuff that White Wolf could play. So with Arcane Soda coming in, who knows what kind of beast this will be? But Phoenix has been a dominating force. They haven't had to rise from no ashes because they've just burned everything down.
Yeah, that is a good point, actually. I neglected to mention that with Ashway, Prowler, and company over there. This is White Wolf Split 1.
If we got EPH in there, it would be a reunion. So I'm very excited to see them play. I do think Phoenix has a slight edge as they performed well all split, but we'll have to see how this tree shakes out.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you, folks, I'm going to take advantage of the bribe that White Wolf gave me. I'll be wearing my jersey for set 2, for the sake of it. No one will see it, but I'll just let you all know I'll be wearing it. So there's your caster bias. You're welcome. Alright, actually talking about the game now. Take the Vagar out because you're against Hohenheim, so you gotta do that. And then the Yorick, you take it out against Prowler. Oh, take out the Zoe because you're against Hohenheim as well. Alright, so targeting bans in the mid lane once again.
Now the Kaisa ban, because we haven't seen Arcane Soda play AD carry and LCUS for a while. Are you familiar? Is he a big Kaisa player?
I would not say that I'm familiar with that, no.
Just familiar to, yeah, just used to seeing him in the jungle at this point, but maybe Phoenix has more knowledge than we do on that subject.
Well, it's also just a good ban to get out of there.
Sure.
You know, I'm surprised.
Especially after seeing what Andy just did.
Right, exactly. Shockwave. But a little surprised to not see the Lucian either picked or removed as well here. But maybe they have a different plan. Ooh, we have now 3 fans for Phoenix here. Fat Lee saying 2-1 Phoenix. And my good buddy Blarmy Timo saying Phoenix 2-0.
Zaya actually coming out. So looking at a crit-based ADC.
Ooh, we got the dream team in the VOD, Zaya, Rakan. So we will see how that works for him. And there's the cow. All right. So we will see if the prediction is correct from B Deeds. But we'll see what the next pick is. Wonder if they'll go for that mid lane. Morgana, I believe Hohenheim played her mid recently. Someone played her mid recently. So can't turn that down at all. Oh, Jinx. Alright, haven't seen Jinx in a while actually. I'm a little surprised. All
Always a very exciting champion to cast, though.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, with all of the people talking bad things about traditional ADCs the last couple of weeks, it's nice to see Jinx kind of show up. We'll see if she's able to capitalize on people maybe discounting her a little bit.
Well, I feel like when you see the other team pick someone like Xayah so early, it makes it seem safer to pick your own crit-based AD carry, because you know you're not going to be outscaled so quickly.
Very true.
Same type of champion.
But this is when it turns out to be a Xayah mid lane, and then you're in a lot of trouble. Alright, taking that Nocturne out there. Cho'Gath hasn't been picked as much lately, probably just because we've had so many dominating Malphites and Dariuses.
It's interesting that you see the Nocturne ban from option 12, because in that 1-1 that they had in the regular season, Nebulon just went off on that Nocturne against option 12, and that was really the difference in that game.
Well, they remember it. Let's see what the last ban here is coming out of option 12.
Let's make tracks.
Nunu. Alright. So a couple of jungle bans there. Mid and jungle, we see where option 12's concerns are. And last pickup here.
Well, no, I'm just mad.
Zach. Alright. So mid and jungle getting all the bans on that second round. Let's see what the last two picks are here. Jack's jungle, I imagine. I have to see. Alright, so we're expecting top lane and jungle, I believe, assuming that this Morgana is most definitely a mid laner.
Now, personally, I would actually expect this to be a Cho'Gath jungle, because that seems more Trouble Source's type of champion as opposed to Jax.
Well, maybe they're keeping both options available until they see what the top lane is. A Zed! Okay.
Oh my gosh, someone in chat actually called that out a few moments ago.
Yeah, they did.
Well, they can pick
done.
up their toaster on the way out. That's one hell of a call.
Phoenix, stop reading chat. Apparently, yeah, it's Exia saying that they called it. Exia wants to be acknowledged for their
All right, yeah, good job, good job.
their brilliance. Ace is also a little surprised. And then the Trundle for the jungle pick. Trundle, once again, stretching his legs a little bit, especially with that Zac ban.
Extremely physical damage focus comp from Phoenix.
Alright, and the Zillion, who I'm imagining is mid.
I tell you, I'm a big fan of this. 4 supports, 1 game. I am ready to go.
Yeah, this is quite the quite the setup here. All right, so it is a Jax jungle. Zed top. All right. So
Well, I know we put 4 White Wolf players together, and what we get? We got Cho'Gath, who's not unkillable. Zillion, who's going to prevent the deaths. This is not an accident, folks.
yeah, I mean, there's a lot of survivability here. Xayah's ultimate, Jax's Counter-Strike. This is a team that is not going to want to die.
Well, White Wolf couldn't make it in the first split, so I guess they're going to take this reunion tour as far as they can.
Yeah, we'll see what happens if the White Wolf reunion tour gets option 12 into the finals. That's going to be hilarious. But, so, Jeff, since you're going to be leaving us at the end of this pick, how do you think these teams stack up?
Man, at this point, I picked 2-1 option 12, and I got to stick with that. I think they'll take this first game. Phoenix is doing some crazy stuff right here, and I don't have too much confidence in it working out.
You don't have, you don't think the Zed and the Jinx are going to be able to pull it out?
I don't think so,
Okay.
but I've been wrong plenty of times in my life. So with that, I will leave it to you guys. Sig and Kenos, you guys are going to kill this cast, I'm sure.
Well, with an act like you,
Have
Jeff,
fun.
it's really hard to do anything. You're one heck of a cash man. Thanks for all you do.
Well, thank you. All right, you guys have a good night. Let's have some fun games.
Yeah, you too. All right, Sig. And what are your thoughts on these lineups?
Oh, you know who the real winner is? Cliche. I'm about to tell. That's the real winner. I'm so torn. Um, uh, with the lack of conventionality that we're seeing in the top lane with the Zed pick in the mid lane with Zill, I can still see if you're going up against an assassin, it's a solid answer to Zed mid. But Morgana mid, I think Morgana definitely has the better wave clear early game. I think it's going to be a battle of the jungles. Wherever the jungle can exude the most pressure, I think it's going to be more valuable if Trundle is able to babysit Zed a little bit. So I think that could be the out for Phoenix. But the damage is definitely on the side of option 12.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what's going to happen with this Zillion mid. Zillion is, of course, has made a lot of impacts when he has been mid in the LCUS before. We have a prediction here from Exia saying that there's going to be a lane swap after a few minutes. We'll see if that is an appropriate guess or not. I don't know if you can drag Hohenheim away from the mid lane with, like, you know, a pair of pliers.
Well, I think if we gave Hohenheim a cannon minion to play with, I think he'd still probably be in the top tier of mid laners.
Right. So we'll see if there is that switch as the prediction. I mean, Zed obviously is kind of uncommon to see in other lanes, and I don't know if he has the damage to put out Cho'Gath, especially because Cho'Gath has that big silence, and Zed really excels when he has the ability to use his kit. So locking out that Zed kit will probably shut him down pretty hard, but we'll see what the ganks would look like.
Well, there's still, when you're playing with Zed, there's a solid split push potential that can never be ignored from mid to late game. So once he's able to get activated with an item or two, he becomes incredibly difficult to manage. So what they lack in damage output, Phoenix does have an incredible team fight right now between Morgana, Alistar, Jinx, and Trundle. So if they can go a 4-1 split push, that would be a very solid win condition into this very option 12. Almost called him White Wolf there.
Yeah. As we load up into this game, once again, thank you to all the Twitch subs that we have. If you aren't a sub, please consider being one, and if you are, thank you.
Teamwork makes the dream work, and you're definitely part of our team.
I do like how the Zaya and Rakan arts always kind of line up. It's always cute.
Well, it's all adorable, and then you get Blood Moon Zill and Nightmare Cho'Gath.
Yeah, I think I like option 12 skins a little bit more. There seems to be a little bit of coordination, though Championship Zed and Marauder Alistar kind of got a thing going on.
Yeah, I can see it.
But we'll see what happens once we load in, which Evil Envy is once again holding up the train. Maybe Phoenix can win the championships and Evil Envy can get himself a better internet with the no prize. Alright. So once everyone spawns in, once my game wants to actually go to the correct window, there we go. And we are off to the races. Alright, let's see what kind of, if there's any sort of early aggression. I don't think there will be, but we'll see. Both teams have kind of similar kits at level 1. Alistar and Cho both have that knock-up potential.
Yeah, and with Cho going top, I don't really see the invade coming from either real side, but Alonzi could catch somebody out here.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. Doesn't look like anyone's dumb enough to blindly walk in. Ooh, nice little poke there from the Rakan.
Well, that's game, folks. He landed the Q. We can all shut it down in the stream.
Well, I mean, if Ashway lands a Q, it's generally game over. That's generally how it works when she's support, but we'll have to see if that follows through or not.
Well, I guess this game, it's really going to depend on Von Hohenheim. If he lands a Q, I mean, that stun lasts a very long time.
Yeah, there's a lot of follow-up potential on this team. You can catch him with the Q, snare him with the Jinx, knock him up with the Pound. It could be a problem. Kind of similar to what we saw coming out of Take the Lantern in Game 1. But we'll see what happens. Hohenheim probably can't steal blue buff level 1 here, so we don't have to worry about that. Yeah, especially starting Blackpool first. Or Tormented Soil, rather. Blackpool is from a different game.
Close enough.
A far worse game. Far worse. we don't talk about Heroes of the Storm here, because this is a family stream.
Well, we are definitely more sophisticated player base. The majority of our players made it out of college.
Alright, well, let's see what happens. Looks like there's just some gentlemanly farming at the moment going up here in the top lane. This is gentlemanly as a giant void monster and a ninja can be. I can't tell which, if Ashway or Arcane Soda have chromas. I'm not familiar with the skins on Rakan and company very well, but I mean, because that Arcane Soda skin kind of looks like a Gambler Twisted Fate, that cape. Maybe it's just me.
I'd never made that connection until you pointed that out.
Well, let's see. Truffle thinking about ganking here. Does have Counter-Strike and Empower, so has the damage and the stun potential. Looks like there may also be a gank up in the top lane, so we'll see which one is more interesting. Truffle Sword is dealing a lot of damage to Alon-Z. I think he may get out. He does get out. Very low, though. And Prowler gets out with no damage on him either, so top lane gank did not go very well.
Evil managed that incredibly well, keeping out of danger but maintaining solid DPS throughout the entire engagement.
See if Lismakis is in a little bit of trouble here. Does have the speed up. Hohenheim overpredicts the dodge, and Lismakis gets out with very little damage. Interesting choice to invade here by Truffle. I don't know if he's mistimed when the red buff's coming out. Alright, Prowler with almost no mana, and a Cho with no mana is even worse than a Silent Zed. But we'll see what happens. Do have a lot of people throwing out some more predictions here. 2-1 Phoenix. Just general shout out from Baconlicious for option 12. Ace thinks that Phoenix will win if they can take advantage of this Zed. Ooh. Nice attempt to territory there by Lismakis, but doesn't work. Smock is also very low. Nebulon coming in now.
Oh, big engage. A little early, though.
Arcane Soda dies. Lovers are taken down.
Very big early lead for Evil right now.
Yeah, 2-0 Jinx. That's it's not what you want to see. Oh, A's actually clarifying he thinks that option 12 will win if they're able to take advantage of the Zed being in the game. So we'll see what happens. This Jinx, 1,000 gold up on her opponent. Yeah, I don't know how these lanes feel a little tense to me.
I can get behind that. There's a whole lot of pressure on Zed, where once Prowler gets a few items under his belt, it's going to be very difficult to manage that.
Yeah, I mean, not only the pressure on the Zed, but like with the durability that Alistar provides, that creates a lot of pressure on Arcane Soda and Ashaway to both stay alive and make something happen at the same time to keep up with the tempo that Alistar provides.
I agree. But Ashaway, no stranger to danger, though. I really think that some real results could happen. But Arcane Soda in some major trouble. Does go down. Nebulon picking up the kill.
Yeah, really gets caught out there. Generally why supports do the warding so that the ADCs don't get caught like that. A little bit of a rotation here by Lismakis, just checking things out. So 3-0 to Phoenix. I mean, it goes without saying Phoenix has had, or I guess not even without saying because we mentioned it a few times, but they have had a lot of tempo on their side the last couple of weeks. Whereas...
That's kind of been their story. They took that very early lead during the Take the Lantern week off. They pulled into first, and they really haven't left the driver's seat since.
Right, and meanwhile Option 12, as we said, is in the 3rd seed now despite being first for a very long time. So there's a little bit of disheartenment there. And there's the question of if the hunger there will help them out. But so far, just the momentum that Phoenix has not gone away.
No, very consistent team, very attentive team, very high participation rates on every player.
But no wards on the map, so they might want to look into that for Option 12. Because you guys need that, you need the vision to see where Nebulon is.
Big old time.
Alright, Celian. Okay, does get the resurrect off. We did see last week so much decided by how the Zillion was ulting and who he was deciding to ult and when he was deciding to ult. So we gotta keep an eye on that for Lismakis as well. Ooh, big jump in there by Shufflesaurus. Big stuns coming out as well. Nebulon will probably get away here.
Yeah, Lice just is not scaled enough so that he can, his double Q deals enough damage. The stun, great. Just not enough damage.
Alright, a lot of rotations coming down here as well. Maya blue teleport for that, whereas Prowler just took a leisurely stroll. So teleport advantage in the top lane. 2 stacks on Cho as well. We will see what we can see. Oh, and Alistar has walked all the way up. Prowler wants a piece of that. He's not going to get it, but he wants some. And so we have Evil Envy down here alone. Arcane Soda is not 6 yet. In fact, has a while to go. Probably, maybe not even this minion wave, which is going to be a real problem. Such a big part of Zaya's kid is just being irritating at level 6. Yeah, so gonna hit 6 with this wave. See what happens there. Prowler at 3 feast stacks now. Really utilizing that on the minions to just start getting big. And mid lane Hohenheim is pushed quite a bit, but like you said, the damage is not there on Zillion yet. He only has 20 bonus AP at the moment from items.
Yeah, and he did start off with
35.
tier. So with him starting tier, that's definitely going to delay his impact in terms of damage. But it will make him a late game very difficult to manage with those incredibly low cooldowns.
Truffle forces flash off of Amaya. Another great thing to get off of Zed, so probably happy with that.
I really like this top lane where Cho picked up boots first, but it'll have to wait. You see big engage in the bot lane, lots of exchanges happen. TP coming in from the bot side. Prowler in very poor positioning, going very low. Jinx ultimate goes across and he does go down.
Yeah.
Ace does catch Zill out. Looks like Mike just walked and goes out. Good flash from Evil. Heal coming across to continue this fight up. Zill does go down as his ultimate was used earlier. Ashaway not in the best position. We do see it looks like Nebulon has tower aggro, so Alonzi isn't going to be able to push his tower. We're not only going to see an incredible team fight, but first tower gold probably going over the Phoenix Group.
Yep. Shout out to Hohenheim on Morgana, not Ace. Yeah, that was a story of very poor coordination on Option 12's part.
Yeah, sorry Hohenheim, would never disgrace you like that.
Prowler teleported into a fight that he did not need to from a position that left him incredibly vulnerable. And while he meant well, that probably led to that whole series of events that we just saw.
If the re-engage would have been there once his TP kicked in, it might have created some threat where they might have been able to at least get some trade going on. But he was an island in the bot lane with 2 other people in lane with him.
Yeah, so that turns into a 5k gold lead. That is painful this early on. 11 minutes in, a 5k gold lead. Option 12 needs to find a pick, make something happen, or else they're going to be suffering quite a bit very fast. Looks like they're trying to go for something there, going on the Rift Herald. See if Hohenheim's able to disrupt it at all. There actually is a lane swap here, but not the one that people were talking about. We have the bot lane from Phoenix having rotated up to the top lane. Meanwhile, Zed is roaming in the bot. Very interesting swap there, but now it looks like everyone is heading over to the Herald. Trying to take advantage of the work that Option 12 did to steal it. Looks like they will be able to do that, so nothing going Option 12's way so far.
Real rough game. Truffle in trouble. We do see the Zed ult come across.
Alright.
But a trade happened.
Ooh, Nebulon wants some. He is level 9, so that's big and dangerous. Does have some help from Hohenheim as well. Prowler gets resurrected by Lismachus. Big damage coming out there. Let's see if anything else can get done about it. Lismachus wants to help, does not want to actually get involved. Looks like Ashway and Arcane Soda will get this turret in the bot lane at the very least.
That was a very interesting interaction. We did see Von Hohenheim's ultimate trigger immediately upon as like a continuation. You could see the channeling still going on during the Zill ultimate animation. That's the word I was looking for, folks. Sorry about that.
Well, you heard it here first, everybody. Morgana's a counter to Zillion. More at 11. Alright, Truffle getting absolutely dived on. Does get a big stun off, though. Evil Envy could be in a lot of trouble here, but the turret aggro is on her tank. Ooh, LNC gets away with 198 hit points, 89 hit points. And the Rift Herald is going for that turret. This is like hardest working Rift Herald seen in a while here. Jinx tried to ult bot, but misses. Alright, so we are at a 6k gold lead now. After all of that incredible aggression. And 2.5 turrets taken out by that Rift Herald. Alright, so Sig, what do you do if you're option 12 here?
If you're option 12, think you contest where you can. Allow Arcane to maybe build up some kills under his belt, get a few items, try and play catch up. Both of them do have that Storm Razor under their belt, but there's a whole lot of additional building items that Jinx has. So not much you can do there. Alonz trying to walk out of there, did blow the flash.
Ooh, good dodges there by Lamachus. Yeah, if we look at the gold, Evil Envy has 2,000 gold now over Arcane Soda. It's not going well. Think about a dive, maybe? I don't think that they're squishy enough. They're durable enough to do that, but Alan Z is here. Zed teleporting top. Prowler dutifully, if not trying to split push, at least trying to create pressure. Still with 3 stacks after his death. And Zillion continuing to be the wave clear god we all know he is. But big rotation here. We've got 5 mid. See what happens to Hohenheim. Does not have the black shield. Hohenheim is going to go down. See what else happens here. LNZ right in the middle of it all. Does blow his ult, so the damage is really not there. Arcane Soda gets healed, does the jump, does the flash, does the ult as well. The ult from Zillion is going to wear out. So 1 for 1 so far, but Arcane Soda is so close to death, and Prowler is pretty low as well with no mana. This Marcus has got to get those bombs out there, and he does. Tardis pushes Prowler back and takes a turret shot for his trouble.
Very solid disengage there.
Yep, lots of really low people all around here. I'm interested to see if anyone decides to go in still, but it looks like everyone's wisely trying to back out. Nebulon doing some invade. LNZ is sticking around. I'm not sure I totally agree with this. Like to see him head back.
I agree, but with Rakan and Zill in the mid lane, there's really not that high impact damage. I think he wasn't great.
True, but you know, we do have Prowler with teleport. You gotta look out for that. Prowler's still with those 3 stacks. Alright, next Dragon's up is another Cloud Drake, so Phoenix will have even more rotational power under their belts. Assuming they can take it. It looks like they will be able to. Prowler does have teleport, but he's also rotating top. And Nebulon is just going to solo this dragon with no questions asked. Right.
Yeah, option 12 really not in a position to do anything about it.
6k gold lead. 5-man pushing mid here with just Lismagus to defend. Big interrupt there. Here comes the Zed ult. Let's see if they get him. Rakan comes in to oh, big play by LNZ there. Good resurrection, but the Jax is completely caught out. Let's see if Ashway can get out. Does burn the flash. Might be able to get out. Nope. Big ult there from Morgana. Will get the Prowler. Ooh, good job tanking that turret, or that rocket there. Ooh, here comes Prowler. Can he get Evil Envy? He did burn the flash for it. Does get Evil Envy with the RAR, but will probably die for his trouble. Arkansas thinking about helping. This Mike is at 30 hit points. Jinx is dead, so there's no rocket to kill this Marcus.
Not the best trade, but they did get a fair amount of shutdown gold from taking down Evil Envy.
Yeah. Gold lead is still now 7k. We're in the danger zone now. Oh, and Jax gets picked off again. When looking at these fights that we are seeing here, the one thing that's just popping into my head over and over again is underfed. We have a lot of high impact characters here on option 12 side, but they don't have any gold to work with whatsoever.
Well, if you look at these farming totals, with the exception of the jungle, they're doing an incredible job keeping up, even with this blistering pace that they're being held accountable to in kills. So I don't think farming's the issue. They have a very strong lane presence, but they can't team fight to save their lives.
Well, what I mean by starved is I just mean that they don't have the gold that the impact in the opposition does. I mean, if you look at this, you look at the gold, 4,300 gold lead on this Trundle, 3,300 gold lead on the Jinx. And these are, you know, they're big power players. That's Jax and Xayah. Jax and Xayah aren't fed, you don't have a team. And, I mean, we're seeing that here, and we're going to see it again. I'm surprised they didn't chase there. They probably could have gotten something done. Here's Phoenix trying to make something happen again. Good sidestep there by Arcane Soda, but gets caught in the snare. Ashway comes in to save, Rocket misses. They should get out here. Hopefully Prowler doesn't overextend too much. Take the disengage and get out of there. They don't have the fighting here. We're going to watch them all get melted here. Trufflesaurus gets deleted. Ashway is going to be deleted as well. Prowler goes down. That is the most dominating team fight you're going to see today, folks. Right there.
I don't even know if I'd call it a team fight. They're just grabbing them and making them hit themselves. They just couldn't accomplish anything by staying in there. It was a very solid Rakan ult and knockout. So that team fight could have went either way with a little bit more gold.
Yeah, I mean it could have, but here we are. And it just, the advantage, now we're at 11k gold. It's going to be more once the Baron dies. Far past the point of no return right now, and option 12, I'm not sure how they can recover from this. They need to find pickoffs, but I don't think they, due to how under-farmed they are, I don't think even if they did get someone caught out, or two someone's get caught out, I don't think they have the damage to take advantage of it.
Well, they're at a 13k gold lead differential. It's a very long uphill climb to get out. I mean, if they took it to late game, maybe got some scaling under their belt, that might be the only outplay. But they keep insisting on this engagement mentality.
Yeah, I mean, Hohenheim is probably the best person they can collapse onto, but that can also be a high bar to vault over.
It is. Now, Jinx doesn't have a lot of lifesteal, so there's definite kill points.
Yeah, the Baron buff, of course, is not helping either.
Well, it's there, but it's not really being used that much.
Well, the mid lane was being somewhat aggressive, and now we have the Zed split pushing. Possible fight here at blue buff. Two very durable characters, though it looks like Trundle may end up going down here. Does have to burn the flash. Alonzi is up, flashes as well. So 2 flashes blown so far, and here comes the rest of the team. Evil Envy with a strong flank is going to get possibly a Penta here. Are they going to let Evil Envy get it? They do.
Woo! That's one, folks. Great job, Evil Envy. Started that off with a beautiful ultimate routing that Truffle Source escape.
And they may not win here, but they'll at the very least get possibly 2 turrets.
I think they're in position to close this out.
Well, let's see what happens. They don't seem to want to. But here we go. 1 turret definitely going down here. Truffle gets rooted on the spot. Does get 1 stun off. Arcane Soda gets taken out on the base of the turret. That's probably going to be game now. But I mean, we'll see. Prowler is very big. He's got 6 stacks. Yeah, turret going down. That's the happy Jinx. And that's that. Alright, Phoenix in an incredibly dominating performance. Not sure what that was.
That was one heck of a...
Okay. Anyway, Phoenix in a very dominating performance. Crushing game 1. Let's look at some advanced details just for fun. Hey, look at that Jinx. Who said Jinx isn't meta? Someone wake that person up and smack him. Alright. Got any follow-up reaction there? Or should we just head into the next game?
Well, if I poke anything at Phoenix, it'd be nitpicking. I'm sure at one point one of them forgot to brush their teeth in their life or something, because that was beautifully played. I can't talk about the game. But I can tell you in regards to option 12, they do need to make a few adjustments. Maybe get Lice on a little bit more of a carry champion. Let him see if he can duke that out with Von Hohenheim. If Soda does not feel confident in this matchup, you need to be playing definitely more safe. Maybe like Sivir, someone that you can clear waves with, give that push potential and still help in team fights without having to maybe engage yourself so heavily. There's a lot of things that need to happen. They definitely have some choices they have to make on who's going to carry this team.
Yep, definitely. I would agree with that 100%. And we can look at a little bit more after this quick break as we head into the next game. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.